Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. And this video, guys, is the next round of voting for Rook 180, which will be episode number 10. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who enjoys the Rook 180 content. It is very challenging to do Rook 180. I've talked about that in previous videos before. Now, you'll see some items here. I'll talk a little bit about Rook 180 first. What's it all about for anyone who has never seen Rook 180? Basically, Rook 180 is me challenging myself to the limit of reviewing a product, usually some type of minifigure or a small action figure, some type of small packaging item that I have to do a full review. That means showing the packaging, unboxing it, showing the item inside, and any accessories that item may have or articulation in 3 minutes or less. Now, if I can accomplish that, the item that actually wins my challenge, I actually keep in my collection. But if I lose that challenge, then I lose the item that's going to be reviewed as well as a prize or two out of my personal collection. Rook 180 is usually a bi-monthly video only because everything that is put up for grabs in that video, which means the item being reviewed and the actual prize, comes out of my personal collection. This is not being sponsored by anybody. This is me, Rook, putting this out for the actual community. So usually what I do before I do a Rook 180, I do a round of voting. So you see two items here. You'll see the Stree Fighter little knockout figures by Cryptozoic. If you're familiar with, say, the little bombshells from DC, that's what these guys here are all about. They're little canisters, small 2.5 inch figure, PVC little figures. They're all staction pieces. You cannot actually move the piece at all, but you can get a bunch of different guys from Stree Fighter. So I thought this would be a really cool item to do for Rook 180. I've not yet did the little Stree Fighter knockouts yet, so I figured this would be a really cool item to actually do for Rook 180. Going up against the loser of the last round of voting, which was the Stree Fighter Loyal Subjects. This is a blind box as well, highly detailed, highly articulate. These are pretty expensive. These go for about $12 to $14 US. They're not cheap items. These normally go for $9.99, but I got a discount on these for half price. So that's why I decided to go in this direction. It's a full Street Fighter Rook 180 challenge. And I think this will be much closer than the last one, which was Dragon Ball Z Loyal Subjects against the Street Fighter Loyal Subjects. Dragon Ball Z won hands down. It was about a 4-to-1 ratio. For every 4 votes that Dragon Ball got, Street Fighter got 1. So I want this to be a much closer contest between the two. Usually the voting lasts for about 2 weeks or so. I let it run for about 2 weeks to get as many votes as I possibly can between the two items, the two prizes. So here's how it's going to actually work. If you want me to actually review the Street Fighter Loyal Subjects, in the comment section, write Group A, which will be the Loyal Subjects. If, however, you want me to do the Street Fighter Little Knockouts, which will be these two right here, write Group B in the comment section as well. Normally I did 3 items, but doing 3 items really split the votes really badly. So I figured doing it down to 2 items, which is a change I made in the last Rook 180, which was episode 9, I think this would be a better idea going forward. It's much actually cheaper and easier to manage when you actually have only 2 items to be voted on. The item that comes out of my personal collection, if I lose the challenge, it ranges. Usually it could be an action figure, it can be a small statue, it could be an extraction piece, it could be a Funko item. Lots of different items I do for Rook 180. It all depends what I really want to do for that particular video. So I hope you like the Rook 180 number 10, which will be coming out hopefully at the either end of January or beginning of February. Like I said, I give it about 2.5 weeks for voting. I hope you like this round of Rook 180. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe at the bottom of the page. And you can click windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.